Now what you're hearing or about to hear is edition 4 of Radio Bomb, a very early, it's sort of like the birthplace of Radio Bomb. This is the very first few editions. There's going to be at least 200 of these sessions. And they're going to be on one CD each. So there's going to be, you know, just like 3 stacks of CDs when I'm done. And I'm going to have to probably buy another SD card to accommodate the wave audio data requirements that are going to be there. Let's see. So the next track we're doing here is going to be 2141 in length, and I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I got split up 3 audio tracks. 2141, 1432, and 1603, and then start a separate session with the last one that I did that's 39 minutes and it's just one song. Alright, so here's the first track of this session. Session 4. Here we go.
And I'm back, as I promised. Next up is a piece that was inspired by the movie Logan's Run. It was filmed and completed in 1976. Probably only a few of you would even know what I'm talking about. It's okay. I'm sure there'll be an archive somewhere. Warner Brothers probably has a by now a pretty comprehensive library.
Or Turner.
They pretty much bought up the entire world by the time these recordings were being made. So anyway, the piece is called It Slows You Down. It used to be called Identify. So here it is.
listening to Radio Rome. This is your friendly neighborhood DJ G speaking to you 20 years in the past. Listening to music that is drawn from an archive that is still kind of a work in progress, but which took more than 5 years to amass. I spent from 2010 until 2020, 2020 I guess, just going to the music stores in Omaha and just finding everything I could possibly find that I grew up with, that I listened to in my 20s on the East Coast, that I listened to earlier when I was back here in Shreveport, before I left for Parts Unknown. So that's pretty much why I was in Omaha at all. I was not there to live. I did not find a place to live until I came back to where it all began, to my point of origin.
What's interesting about that little tone at the very end was that it was placed deliberately. And I had somebody specifically in mind when I put it there. And when I played it for this person, he said, "Oh, I don't like that." And I said, "I know. That's why I put it there. Just so you'd say that." And of course, I am no longer a part of that codependent person's life. Anyway, so what's next here? How about Etc.? And this was a very special piece because I was running into some filters that I had found with some software that I had downloaded off the newly instituted Google Play Store, which was still in its infancy in 2005. And in 2007, I ran it through some filters that were on that software. And it just so happened to be that the night that I was working on that and doing that with this piece was the night that Arthur C. Clarke, author of 2001 Space Odyssey, another notable novels that hopefully are still in circulation somewhere, he was busy kicking the bucket. And what's interesting about that parallax is that Etc. The piece itself was run through some very interesting filters, which did some very unique things to the sound of the piece of music. And it gave it sort of like this feeling as if like it was in an aviary. And so you'll see what I mean when I get it started. 17% lower reduction in pitch, and we're going to go 111% for tempo. Let's just see what that takes us. Starting now. also really interesting about this parallax is that before I even, found out the next morning that Arthur C. Clarke had passed on, I had dubbed this mix the Rama edit, or the Rama mix, or whatever. And of course, Arthur C. Clarke was the author of a series, the Rama series, which was like maybe, I think, 3 or 4 novels that were, the last one being about 800 some odd pages, like Gone with the Wind proportions. And it was about this spacecraft that was sent from a very, very advanced alien race from like another galaxy or something. And, well, apparently, I guess according to the plot, the novel centers around the fact that Earth, in its continuous revolving around the sun, or in the axis around the, spinning, going in a circle around the sun, orbit around the sun. And I mean, the entire solar system was approaching this, what was known in the novel as the node, and it was getting closer. We were approaching the node in deep space, and the spacecrafts were sent sometime in 2130 or 21 something like that. Or sometime in the late part of the 21st century. And there was like this invitation to a choice group of people, of Earth people, to board this ship. And, while it journeyed to the node, and you finally get to the node in the 4th book, The Garden of Brahma, and everything just kind of comes up to this incredible climax that had been building, for like 200 years, and so it's a pretty amazing series. The interior of the spacecraft was, Earth-like, but it was a very, very large cylinder, kind of like the spacecraft, the probe that shows up at the beginning of Star Trek 4. That's trying to communicate with an extinct species of humpback whale, which Captain Kirk and all these people have to go back in time to find and then return them so that anyway, so I'm not going to go into that. It's a time travel movie, but time travel to me is sort of like an impossibility, because in order to go back a certain point in the past, you also have to take into account that the Earth itself was in an entirely different place in the universe. It wasn't, the Earth is not in just some fixed location where it never moves. So time travel is sort of kind of like an unrealistic concept. Let's see what else we have. I just don't think it's ever going to be invented. about the barrier. This is the first piece of the two pieces that I composed on that night in 2001 when Lawrence called after I got done recording it. I mean, it was just like maybe 2 minutes after I had finished putting it together, and I had just played it back for the very first time as a piece of music. He called me just right after that. And as I said, I never expected to hear from him again. And that was the year that we met. And I'd like to mention, too, that I had a great deal of very, very, very toxic, dangerous, unpredictable, unreliable, inconsistent programming that had been just hammered mercilessly into me as a child. And the year that I met him, I was pretty much just, those programs were running in my brain. And I wasn't even aware of their existence. I had no idea that I was deliberately putting my life in danger every single day. Let's start it over. Perfect. Pitch at 37%, tempo at 112. Part of what kind of perpetuated that programming for such a long time, and we're talking decades here, was because I blamed myself, as children normally do, for everything that happened to me. But when you really just take a rational, objective look, there is no possible way you can blame a 3-year-old little, defenseless, helpless little boy for the things for the abuse that is heaped upon him. There is no way in heaven or hell that little, defenseless, helpless little boy could have possibly instigated and to be held responsible for that. But you know what? That typically happens. It happens today. It's pretty much happened just all through human history. And you know what? As a result of that, I just daily run up against just prime examples of societal indifference. Because I don't look like one of the Jonas Brothers. I'm not some teen bomber. I have common sense. I have morals. I have values. I have class. I have integrity. And I have consideration for others, and I am kind. And there is nothing that can change that. pardon me, I didn't mean to be intense there, but I'm a very direct person. And I'm just learning how to control that to where it doesn't get, too much.
That was 21:41. So this one's 14 minutes and 32 seconds.
All right, up next is a piece that I did earlier this summer, June or July or August, I can't remember now. Goes on for quite a while. I use the virtual drum machine of Sequencer, which you can place sampled sounds along with percussive sound in a time index in a drum program, and you can create as many drum programs as you want. The sky's the limit, and you can play them as long as you like. And so this is pretty much the first example that I'm going to show you of the there's like, I don't know, 15, something between 15 and 20 pieces of music that I've put together this year alone that last anywhere from half an hour to almost an hour. All right, so this is the first one. There's no title to it, but here it goes. It's just signal number 24. any human. You're actually doing what you were put on this world to do. And I have come across many people who have accomplished that major feat. If you are in line with your destiny and you are following it, and you know you're going to reach it, and you know it can be done, and it will be done. The whole world around you can go straight to hell, and it will not stop you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and parse that off.
And then one more. Go ahead and end this session.
This is signal 26. And I put this together, I think, in March or April of 22. The interesting thing about my birthday this year is that my birthday is on October 22nd. I mean, as far as I know. Now, just taking a serious look at my parentage or my apparent parentage, I have come to the inescapable conclusion that the woman that brought me up, who was my legal guardian mother, could not have possibly been my biological mother, because I have nothing whatsoever in common with her. Now, her and my big brother were like two peas in a pod, and they never let me forget it. Thing is that they never thought that I would ever see the connection between those two people. They figured I would just treat them both as isolated influences that were independent of each other, but they were not. The both of them and my stepfather and that gold-digging vegan wench that my brother married in 2007, they all got together behind my back. And I can't tell you how many times that happened, because I honestly don't know, but I know it happened more than once. Tried to manipulate the hell out of me, and they thought I would never ever see that they were all working together. To just completely just debase me, demoralize me, debunk me, and degrade me. Because of those people that I was suicidal for more than 3 decades. of town, looking for someone I didn't even want to meet. This is not about forgiveness, because that's not really up to me anyway. That's God's department. So I'll let God handle them, karmically speaking and cosmically speaking. They are not free from cosmic law any more than anyone else is, including me. So they'll get what's coming to them, just as I'm going to get what's coming to me. The major difference here is that I'm not deliberately cruel. I never learned how to be that way. I can't just be mean and nasty to someone on the spot. It has to be, in my case, premeditated. I actually have to prepare myself.
exists.
are now hearing from, that I am drawing from at this moment, that was on an SD card that it was not backed up at that time, was missing. It was embedded in my phone. I could not find it, nor could I find my wallet. My glasses had pumped out one of its lenses, and I couldn't find them either. And at that moment, it just kind of all hit me. But all the choices that I made that led me to that just completely compromising situation that I was in, where I was just wide open to whatever might come my way. I mean, I was just totally helpless. And it was so frightening. It was almost like I was being, like someone was holding my head underwater. And if you've ever had that happen to you, well, I don't even want to go into it, because that's not, I don't want to scare anybody, but the fact that I'm alive right now, and I'm putting all this together, is nothing short of a miracle. It's like God just literally stepped in and brought me back. Just in time for someone to drive by in a large silver truck. So this is all just, it's providence. All of it. This whole shop, all of these CDs that I'm gonna burn. It's providence. It's literally God's will. It is either my entire destiny or part of it. And a major part of it. If it's not the whole thing. If there's more to it, then I don't know yet what, but I'm going to make this happen. What you're hearing right now from 20 years ago is a product of just raw determination and a never give up spirit that I learned while I was studying Buddhism 35 years ago. You are listening to Radio Wrong. And in particular, you were listening to one of my own compositions that I put together myself with elements that I created. I did not use loop software to create this music, or whatever it is you want to call it. I did not raid anybody else's material to create this. It's just literally an example of human goodness and ingenuity in action. doing that. I'm planning on it. I'm allowing for it, by the way. The only thing I have to say to people that this is all just a bunch of junk is that they are perfectly within their rights to see it any way they like. I don't have any control over that. And I'm not reaching out to those people anyway. Because if they're going to have closed minds and be nasty, then they can just listen to whatever's playing that's popular. They can just go back to their little hit parade. Because I don't do the hit parade, okay? I don't do the top 400. I'm not about that. I have a life of my own. I don't do the jams.
Looks like we can end this session and start the next one. This is DJ Gene signing off for just a second. I'll be back.